Hey there, how you doing? It's not willpower that you need more of. Let me tell you that. It's something else that we've all got. Something we've all tapped into at some point to get what we want. When we feel that energy flow from within, everything becomes easy. Everything just moves in our way. And we create the action steps necessary to achieve the thing that we've set ourselves out to achieve. Now, when it comes to healthy eating, staying active, being active, reducing stress or anxiety from daily lifestyle, drinking less alcohol, sleeping better, all of those things that we know are conducive for better health, why can't you stay on that path longer? Why is it people drift back to those habits and behaviors that they tried so hard to move away from, that they find themselves drifting back to doing each and every day? It's not willpower that creates that shift on a permanent basis. You might think it's willpower initially to get you going. What is willpower? The power to tap into something internally that gets the fires burning. The power to create an intensity and a desire to achieve the thing you've set yourself out to achieve. Is that willpower? So why doesn't it last? If in the moment you know that thing, those things are important to you, why do they not become important in 2 weeks' time, in 3 weeks' time, in a month's time, in 6 months' time? Why does that importance level drop that allows you to move back to old habits, old behaviors that you tried so hard to break free from? We've all been in this situation where starting a new relationship. Remember the time where you met someone for the first time and you were planning dates, you were messaging or calling each other, maybe emailing, FaceTiming, whatever decade you were doing that in. You felt an internal drive to make things happen, to make time to see that person, to create time in your diary so you didn't miss out on spending time or an evening out or that date you were going to go on. You shifted things in order to prioritize that new relationship you were nurturing. Now, I know they don't always come to fruition, but was that willpower? Or was that driven by an internal something, an internal energy that we can all tap into? I wouldn't call that willpower. Arranging a date, messaging someone you really liked, I wouldn't call that willpower. I didn't need willpower in order to message Rachel. I didn't need willpower in order to nurture the relationship. It just happened from something inside. So what if you were able to tap into that very same thing in order to make the transition from habits and behaviors you don't want into habits and behaviors that you know will create health, vitality, and energy for long periods of time, months, years, decades? This very same thing you tap into. And you begin to prioritize things because it's important. But also what it does, it becomes autonomic. What do I mean by autonomic? It means basically what you do, you go through a transitional period, you tap into that inner energy that you have to create health, understand why you're creating that health, vitality, change to some extent in lifestyle patterns. Tap into the very same thing that you tapped into when you started exchanging messages, phone calls, going on dates, or anything that you've done in order to make something happen. The same applies when you're looking at creating change in your health and your well-being and your vitality. If you were to have a conversation with your future self I don't mean tomorrow or next week. I mean 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. What would your future self say to you in terms of the importance of your health and vitality? Would your future self say it was important that you're able to make that transition because you spend more time with your family? You're a better role model for the children or grandchildren. You're performing better in your chosen career. You feel better when you look at yourself in the mirror, in your birthday suit maybe. And it all brings about a sense of energy. Thanks for doing that. Is that what your future self would say to you? Do you think? On the flip side of that, what would your future self say to you if you thought willpower was something you had to keep striving for and it only lasted for a couple of weeks or maybe a month, 2 months at the most, before returning to those old habits you fought so hard with willpower to get away from? One may be seemingly unattainable, depending on where you are right now, dependent on what your goals are, but also dependent on what your past history of trying to create healthy change has been like. It isn't willpower that you need. It's your ability to tap into that special something, that power we all have inside in order to create sustainable change long term. That's all it is. I've had the amazing fortune to be able to work with plenty of driven, passionate, and committed people over the years. Now, nothing is more important than being able to share with people that they can create amazing change. Not just change that flashes up a before and an after photo. Not just a change that lasts a couple of weeks or maybe a month or two, but real change, lasting change, where you become an inspiration to those around you. Where that pressure of, am I eating the right thing? What am I going to eat when I go out? How many calories do I have to consume today to lose weight? When all of that pressure is off, all of that energy you spend on thinking about it, trying to do something about it, is now gone. And all of that energy you would have used and wasted on that can now be put into things that you love and cherish. Spending time with the family, spending time with people you love, being more active, sleeping better, eating foods that you love. The pressure is off. And it's not about willpower. It's about connecting to something deeper inside. If you want to find out how you can do this, then there's a link below. Let's schedule a call. But only if you're serious about making serious change. The ability to transition from where you are into a lifestyle which you only think is possible in your imagination is literally around the corner. It's not willpower. It's something that we all have deep inside that creates the change that we all seek. Have an awesome day.